he was going to become president. I knew that there was going to be assassination attempts. I knew I still I feel I don't even know if I should say this, but I,
Say it.
I really do feel like he's going to be assassinated still. Like I see something like this happening. Like I really feel like it's going to happen.
Inside, the lights are low. This isn't your typical lounge. This is where the forgotten tales gather, where the shadows have their say. We'll talk of monsters in the woods, of killers with a motive and lights in the sky, and ghosts in the attic. Come into the waiting room.
All right. Tonight we have Julie, and I hope I can pronounce her middle name, Rannebarger
Yeah,
Speer.
it's yes, Rannebarger Spear. Yes.
Oh, fantastic. And her husband, who's a paranormal investigator, Brent Stephen, is sitting next to her. And Julie is a clairvoyant. She's an empath. She's a medium. She's a paranormal investigator. She's an actress. And she predicts future events. And I asked some questions about that.
Okay.
He works for J.W. Richardson Productions.
Yes.
Her group is called Beyond Paranormal. And she was in a movie called Vagabond Warriors. And she's been in some other movies if you want to look at her IMDb. So, what I'm going to ask you, Julie, the very first question is kind of get things started. How did you get involved with the paranormal?
Myself, I it started as a child. I mean, I was born with the ability to be able to communicate, and I've always seen things, auras around people when I was a child. I used to see spirits with auras and like different colors and different things. Um, and it so it's just been normal in my life. So I've always had it around me.
Was it ever like a threat to you or anything like that?
Yeah, I have had, yeah, I've had a few different instances where it was kind of a threat, and I've had, things that are like curious about me. It is what it feels like shadow beings. And when I was little, I used to have one that would always come in my room at night and would like be over top of me. And yeah, it was scary as a child. And uh my grandmother had it. She also was like sensitive like I am, and would see spirits and be able to hear them and talk with them. And it skipped a generation. So my family, my parents didn't believe in it, and so I was on my own. And my grandmother, she actually, because nobody else, was seeing or hearing what she was hearing. So she is, God rest her soul, she's passed away now, but whenever she was younger, she was put in an asylum for it because back then, in those days, it was considered to be crazy if you heard or seen anything. So,
Oh, yeah. And
yeah.
Brent, how did you get involved with paranormal?
Well, I guess about 20 years ago, my first experience was in Gettysburg. I'm originally from Pennsylvania. And, just in the middle of winter, nobody around, you could hear drums in the background. I could hear them. And ever since then, it's just been, one of those things that you get your first experience and it's adrenaline rush and been to so many different places. I wasn't really in paranormal until that happened. I mean, horror movies and stuff like that. Just ever since then, we've just been to different locations. I guess our really good experience was at Hinsdale House. We
Yeah,
touched and we could hear screams. It was just us two, and
that was probably one of my favorite locations.
and get EVPs and get out. And they don't want you here. stuff like
Yeah. All kinds of stuff. It was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
Banging
Now, where's that
outside.
And,
What was
Where's
that?
that at? Where's
Hinsdale
that at?
House.
and Hinsdale House, and then other locations. So like Mansfield and well, I should say the Ohio State Reformatory and Lincoln County Jail and Trans Allegheny. So my first doppelganger down in West Virginia State Penitentiary. I thought it was somebody else on the team, and they actually walked away, and I followed them, and the other person came around. I hollered their name and said, Didn't you go that way?" She said, "No, I came from the other way."
We met paranormal investigating, obviously.
Oh,
He was going to be on the team that I was already on, and I was interviewing him for the job. So, yeah.
So are you the lead investigator? Julie?
What's that?
Is Julie the lead investigator?
I mean, we're just him and I are a team.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's usually just the two of us, and we go, but we have a bunch of people that we know and that we like. We'll go to different places with, and just we all split the cost and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So.
We were once on teams, but it that's in a whole nother story. I won't.
If people want to tell you how to run it and they want to, so like Paul says, hey, if you want to do your own team, you can go down and start your own and do your own thing. But if you're gonna come along with us and
Yeah.
want to check us and everything when we've been doing this like countless times, just relax a little bit.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And I have my own style of doing things, and like, with being a medium, I think all mediums do, like they have their own style of going in and just kind of feeling out the place, trying to get what they can get, and then see if they can get, different things to match it, like EVPs, whatever they get. So, or things on camera. We get a lot. We do get a lot.
Julie,
Everywhere we go, it's crazy.
didn't you submit a video for us to watch?
Yeah, I did.
Sent it over to
Yeah, I did. I probably should. I said a few. Do you want me to tell you about the resort one? Like explain it before we watch it, so that way people understand.
Okay. Well, let's make sure Phil has it.
Spirits, if you see a white light, go ahead and go into the white light. It'll be your family, friends, and relatives there. Okay, well, we went to Florida, Orlando, Florida, and in February, and we're going for, just a little vacation. And we stayed at a resort that it was a really nice resort, like by the looks of it. Like it had every amenity, like a movie theater, like all these different swimming pools, hot tubs, jacuzzi, bathtub, even in like the bedroom. It was like really nice.
you're gonna have to tell us where that's at.
It's in Kissimmee, Florida. Arabian Nights Boulevard. I don't want to say like the name
No, I
of
understand.
the place, but
we won't get that in.
yeah, Kissimmee, Florida, Arabian Nights Boulevard.
Okay, I'll look for it.
But yeah, we immediately when we got there and we were bringing our stuff in, like I started immediately hearing spirits like trying to talk to me, and I'm never like there it was really weird. I could hear normally I can hear like whispers and different things like that. And if they talk loud enough, I can hear them. But like these spirits there, they were so clear, like you and I talking to me, but he didn't hear any of it. And they just kept saying, help me, help me. There's so many different spirits, men, women, mainly children, which is sad. I mean, this is just down the street from Disney World. And and they were all asking for help. So I helped move on like probably around 10, 11 spirits. And immediately after I moved on, these spirits, it was like the room just took a shift and it felt completely different. And I just knew there was something bad in there. I knew there was something bad in there. I didn't see it, but I could hear it. Like I could hear it getting mad and growling and yelling at me, trying to scare me. And it was like we went out on the patio and it was like yelling back. Brent said something about leaving us alone, and it yelled that it wanted to kill me and that he couldn't keep him from me. It was so scary, but he didn't even hear it. I heard it, and it was like he was yelling in my face. It was really scary. But yeah, the video shows though. I don't know if everybody has seen it or not, but where it looks like actually, go ahead and tell your part. What happened to you?
Anybody out there, you can walk into this. We're not taking nobody. We're not taking nobody. We're not taking nobody. We're not taking nobody.
And then I'll go into what happened with at night.
Pretty much after what she moved them on, something dark took over me, and then it wanted me to do something harmful to Julie, but I tried, did my best to fight it off. Like we were doing dishes in the kitchen there, and I had a knife in my hand behind her back, and I could feel the energy trying to push the knife toward her. I'm like, no, you're not going to do this. So don't even try.
It was trying to influence him though. It was really scary.
But
And
I fought it off, put the knife in the door, and went right to that. But it got me so taken over that I had to go take a salt bath.
yeah,
I was trying to sleep, laying next to her, and I could just see these images of what this entity was. It almost looked like a Bon Jovi guy, if that makes any sense. It's like
it's probably what he was wanting me to see. I wanna.
yeah, it was like a dirty blonde guy. It looked like John Bon Jovi before he cut his hair. And so, and you could also hear like I could hear a band playing like heavy music, but there was nobody close that was playing any music. And the pool was like, I don't know, 400 yards away. And it was just,
Yeah.
it was scary.
Brent, that is the most scariest thing I've ever heard. I mean,
Whereas
so this demon,
that was
I felt it too.
that was pretty much
I
put
felt it
on my
trying to
that-
get him. Like I knew something was up.
and
I
I
could
could tell
tell
because
he
that.
was just his eyes were all glossed over.
And then when we
It
did
was
go outside later on, I could hear the growl, and that's why I said, "You get the hell away from us. You don't belong here."
so this demon, it almost controlled your body and was trying to force you to stab Julie.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
felt it.
because of
Feel
me
it.
moving spirits on.
Yeah,
And
it didn't like that what she did.
I think I moved on one of its favorite little kid spirits that it would pick on, which was really sad, like a little disabled boy. He was like
Aw.
6 years old. It was really
Aw.
sad. Yeah,
Oh
I
my
hated
God.
it.
Yeah, we had a case like that where this guy said he was possessed by a demon, and he wind up he was married to this woman for 12 years, never hit her one time, but somehow this demon inside of him made him punch her and knock her out.
It's crazy.
That's horrible. So what did you do to correct it to get rid of that demon?
Just
You got sage
you
and
got
salt.
it sage the whole place, and then
Literally,
salt bath.
I had put salt all over him as he was in the bath.
And as she was doing that, she
Yeah.
actually washing me in the shower.
And
I could hear the damn
put
thing.
like a white light around him, to help protect him
Yeah, she was
with the
doing that.
salt and, praying.
And the freakiest thing was I heard the damn thing run out the door. You could hear
Okay.
footsteps running.
If that ever happens to you again, make sure they get a full submersion baptism, because that's a basic form of exorcism. And if you have a demonic attachment, the demonic attachment will leave. So, and I've done a lot of baptisms, and I've been very successful with that.
I could see that because it's like a new beginning. So it's like washing away your sins, washing away. Yeah, I can see that. Definitely.
Yeah.
In the videos, there were the separate videos, but one I saw a white light that kept flashing. Then the other one I saw like a purple glow in it.
It's on the cell phone.
Yeah, it was my
that's-
cell
It
phone.
was.
It was my cell phone that was flashing. Yeah.
Oh,
But
That
we
was the
took
cell-
Yeah, it was my cell phone that was like flashing. Like the camera itself, we ended up setting it up at night, and it said that the IR light was on and everything. Like it literally said it was on all night long. Like he even checked it the next day. It was still on. And the IR light, like somehow the entity was able to like make it not be on, even though it said it was on. So it was like a pure black room until I pulled my phone out and was using my phone, and it was still recording. So, and it wasn't a lot of times that I used my phone, but there was a few times that I used my phone, and every single time I used my phone, they were on the ceiling. It was so creepy.
The children, you said that there were 10 or 11 of them that you helped to pass on. Could you visually see what they looked like, or could you hear what they sounded like, or is there anything
I
distinguishing
could
about
hear them. Yeah.
Or like identified time frame, maybe like what time period did these children pass, or ethnicity?
Well, I knew the
Were they
one
dressed a
little boy.
certain way? It's something that I
Yeah.
could identify or narrow it down to maybe a
these
traumatic event in the
entities-
area.
Yeah, well, these entities were causing accidents in the resorts. I personally feel like there was a lot of accidents in that resort, especially, I don't know if it was just the room we were in, but it's like they all found us. It was really weird. Like immediately when I got there, it was so weird. They knew we were coming.
Well,
Yeah.
you're a psychic, so you're like a beacon of light to these entities, and they're attracted to you like a moth to a flame.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're just trying to get away from that guy. So, I mean, that's understandable. It sounded like he was, pretty freaking mad to be doing
Yeah.
that.
Not sure,
I
if he was, not sure if he was a murderer or he was.
I don't know. It could have been, it had to be an entity. It didn't feel human.
Yeah.
It did not feel human. There was more than one. There was a bunch of them. They were like,
Huh.
on different sides of the bed, and you could kind of see the heads pop in, but the main one was at the end of the bed, like over top of us. And when this phone was like flashing though, and the uh video was recording at the same time, we had it up on the dresser pointed at the bed.
Mhm.
And you could see me, but it's like, it's flashing in my face, so it just looked like a bright light myself. But it's you could see the shadow come in, and I took a bunch of screenshots and even slowed the video down so you could see it better.
Oh,
And but you can literally hear like it say, "Do not touch her." And then the next thing that you see, and the next part of the video is a screenshots that I got of within the video of the different spirits that were around my bed that were asking for help. And there was a little boy that was reaching his hand out to come out and touch me. And then you see this other hand come down and like getting ready to grab it. And that's exactly the moment that I snapped the picture that when they said, "Do not touch her." It was crazy. I cannot
wow.
believe I got that. And then you see a little, it looks like a child, and then a man. There's a man, and it looks like their faces are kind of messed up, like they're in their state that they were when they died. Like his left side of his face is like his eye and everything is just messed up. And then like the right side is like correct. And you see a little child down to the right side of him, and he's the little child's like got his hand on his face, like he hurt his face or something. So yeah. And
That's heartbreaking.
these entities are causing accidents. And that one little boy that I helped pass on to the light was he fell off the balcony. Yeah, I like saw what happened to him. It was really, really, really terrible. And this entity was influencing them. Like, you go on vacation, parents will drink and think their kids are okay. You think your kids are going to be okay. They're there with you. But there's this bad thing there that they don't know about. And it's causing accidents to happen. And it's more little kids there than there was anything else. It's just really sad.
Wow.
Yeah, we even got like a part where you could actually see a portal open up above me, and you can see the black shadow figure kind of peering down through, and it's on the ceiling, but it's like this round, like it looks like a portal. I can't explain it any other way, but it's like this purple light that opens up, and then you see the black shadow. It's all on the ceiling, so you got to kind of pay attention to the ceiling. We put salt everywhere. So the only way it could have seen us was through the ceiling.
Yeah.
Have literally like we were so scared. We had salt all over the floors. You had to wear shoes.
I was laying next to her in bed with my back facing towards the patio doors, and all of a sudden I felt this burning sensation on my back. I'm like,
yeah, he got scratched. I got pictures of that.
Scratched. So
yeah,
just
I just feel so bad for you
that was
guys.
my first
You were just
time, and-
going to get like vacation,
but
and
it was interesting. At the same time, it was interesting, but also scary at the same time.
it was probably
exciting because
literally.
I never got possessed by something or scratched by something. So
It was scary though. He was scared. He was really scared there for a little
to be honest, I wouldn't mind doing it again, but I
No.
had to figure out but he didn't know how to figure to get rid of it. So
Yeah.
You just have to be very careful in those type of situations because in one situation, that was in the newspaper, where this guy lived next door to his neighbor, they went to barbecues and everything else. Then one day, just out of the clear blue, he walked over to his neighbor's house and stabbed him to death. When the police arrested him,
Wow.
they asked him, "Why did you do that?" He says, "Because an angel told me to." that angel was a
Was a
demon.
demon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, some of that.
Oh yeah, they pretend to be different things. That's why I told him, I was like, they're trying to make you see that, try to make you think that it's a rock and roll star, because he's like, he loves music. He's big time into music. And I feel like it used that
Maybe that's
to try to get him to like hurt me. Like it was using that, it was showing that to him so that way he wouldn't be, I don't know. It was really weird though. Because that's what he was seeing, was like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought it probably thought he would let his guard down a little bit more if
That's what I was.
he presented, if he presented himself as something that he can relate to a lot better. So
Yeah. 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 That's what I was thinking that was happening. Yeah. Yeah.
golly, scary.
Yes, it really was. It was so scary. But we ended up staying. This was at the very beginning when we first got there. We were supposed to stay there for a week, and we didn't have anywhere else to go. And I wanted to stay. We literally made sure we just, we didn't hang around there at all, except at night when we went to bed, and we would sage and salt every single night. Yeah.
Phil is from Florida, so I'm going to send him down there by himself and see what he can find.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. That's not like Kissimmee, Florida.
Yeah.
Do you know where it got its name though? Kissimmee,
No, I don't.
Florida.
No, no.
It's Native American.
Oh yeah.
Kissimmee.
That makes
So
sense.
I personally think
there.
that because there was a bunch of Native American tribes that used to live in that area. So I personally think it might be like, I don't know, something that's being protective over land, and they're not happy
With the
and
resort being
with the
there.
resort being there, and they're,
All the resorts.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's possible. There's a lot of burial mounds throughout Florida, and I know Henry Flagler, when he built his first hotel in Miami, they built it right on top of an Indian burial mound, and they gave away. When they dug it up to build the foundation of the hotel, they actually came across hundreds of human skulls, and they gave them away to people passing by as souvenirs.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
gosh. Can you imagine? That would be horrifying. I would be horrified if that happened to me,
It was a different time period back then.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It really was. It was.
I think the Paranormal Soul Brother has a couple things he wants to ask too.
Okay, sure.
No, I mean, I was just loving the purple the portal. That was
Oh, did you just watch it?
Yeah.
no. Just listen to your description. I didn't get a
Oh, yeah.
chance. But
see.
listen to the description. I know how when things like that happen and nobody's there, it's good that it's you two there.
Yeah.
Because even by yourself, you're still questioning it, and you guys can, So I was just, when you were telling the story, I was thinking, what does it do to your religion? What does it do to your whatever religion you are? Like when you see stuff like this, what does it do to you?
Doesn't do anything for me, really. I was baptized as Lutheran, so I'm already baptized and everything. I don't know. Doesn't do anything. I don't think so.
I mean, he was really scared, to be honest. I mean, he was,
And
but
nothing wrong with that.
and
I mean,
I tried to explain to him that,
a very bad situation.
I've dealt
I wouldn't
with,
be here today. I'd probably be locked up.
yeah, and I wouldn't be here today if things would have went down the way they wanted it to.
Yeah.
And also too, if a situation like that happens again, I mean, get that full submersion baptism. Even if you've been baptized before, it doesn't matter. Get it done again.
Yeah, yeah. It does. It will wash everything clean. Yeah,
Well, yeah.
yeah.
On a lighter note, okay, I see that you worked with J.W. Richardson Productions. And
Yes.
you've done some movies. I looked at your IMDb. And this show right here is also to register through IMDb, so you'll get some
Oh, nice. Cool.
more credit there.
Okay.
Can you tell us about the movies that you've been in?
Well, I haven't been in them. I am a writer. I'm writing for them.
You're writing for
Yeah,
them.
and they're in progress. So I'm a screenwriter, and I'm writing at some uh doing different paranormal things and horror like TV shows and stuff. So
You know, that's
So like documentary style type, like
no,
ghost
like
hunters or
actual writing, like actual like TV show, like supernatural type thing.
oh,
Yeah.
how fun!
Yes, I know. I'm so excited. I love it.
and
It's probably my favorite thing.
I wrote for one documentary for ghost attacks. I wrote that.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay.
Looks in
Very
That's
cool.
cool.
I watched that show. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh my God. You know something? We have 6 minutes remaining. And what we're going to do is take a 10-minute break. And then we're going to send you a second link so we can finish up the interview. So, and there's a lot. You're beyond paranormal. So it's just you two, and sometimes you bring in some other people that you said.
Well, honestly, right now we really don't have a name for our group. We were in Beyond Paranormal, but that group isn't a group anymore. I need to take that down off of my page. I know it's on there. I haven't taken that down off of my page yet, but so yeah.
When we get back to you, I wanted to talk about you predict future events. And I want to know about that.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Well, now we all have to come up with a name for those two, for you two.
True. Yeah. I just never really thought about it, you know. It's always just been me and him, and everybody knows us as Julie and Brent. So.
Yeah,
but they can afford to go with, you know.
might be a love title. You know, Stacy, like these two, you guys live in a part of the country where there was Civil War, there was other things where there's a lot of, even though they say a lot of their energy is from living people, there's still a lot of wars and stuff I would think would be left behind. Do you find that that area is representative, that like it really is more haunted? Because like in the Bay Area where I'm at, you can't really say there's an area where you feel like, you know, you're just gonna go there and it'll happen like that, you know.
Oh, Ohio. Yeah. Especially like the Underground Railroad. We live in Ohio, so yeah.
Okay.
And
So much the war.
yeah, not
I don't
really
feel
so much
anything-
war in Ohio,
Yeah.
but Pennsylvania.
Okay, you're in Ohio. Okay, okay.
Pennsylvania.
He's from
From that
Pennsylvania.
side, Pennsylvania
Yeah.
one. That's
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
Okay.
you go there, you can feel it, but here in Ohio, I really don't feel anything.
You got the Indian stuff then, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
We got a lot of Indian stuff here, yeah.
We do. We have a lot.
Towns and
And that's what our new group is. We did set up a new group that is going to be all about investigating. Actually, it's someone else that came up with the idea. His name's Fritz Zimmerman, and he's a documentary filmmaker for Hollywood. And he's done like with LA Mazzulli, and like done like the Indian mounds and different things. And have you ever heard about how they found like giant skeletons
Yes.
in some of the
yes.
mounds?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Especially in Ohio. They got the red-haired giants in Ohio.
Yes.
They're really famous for the
Yes.
red-haired giant. You guys like, you know, there's stuff where the senators used to take you know, like I heard about this cave like from the 1800s where the dignitaries, if you were rich, you could take your sweetheart or somebody, and they would have these first they would have writings, but then they would have these I guess like sarcophaguses where it's bodies, but they were see-through. They were giant bodies. They said with the red-haired
Oh
ones.
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
They talked about this thing that was looked like a checkerboard or chessboard, but it was some kind of security, because when they tried to touch the coffins or whatever they were in, said it shot like a blue light. I mean, this is one story I heard, but the
Wow.
dignitaries
Oh my
would
God.
take their ladies there and, you know, show it off. You know,
Wow.
like, hey,
Yeah.
look at this. But I don't think I don't know about that story, but I heard a lot of red-haired giant stories about Ohio. Is that true?
Yes. Ohio, Indiana,
Nevada.
Oh, wow.
West Virginia.
Nevada, but they found some red-haired giants. And also, too, Julie, you're talking about documentaries. Phil, right here, has
Yeah, that's the man.
yeah, he's done some documentaries.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a documentary with Fritz once.
Yeah.
And we were the paranormal investigators for the group and they were filming. And yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, we went to a few different mounds like throughout Ohio and like earthworks and stuff. And it was really neat. Like I learned a lot. And then that's what made me get really into it was after that. And I'm like, so we just started the team with Fritz and another medium and Brent and I. And we're gonna be doing the Indian mounds and earthworks and like the Warden's Den or whatever that is that's up in it has like the thing that looks like a pharaoh, like
Anything
tiger looking thing, like like whenever
Sphinx, yeah, it's like the Sphinx. Yeah, okay.
a Sphinx, yes. And
Yeah.
there's one up in Cleveland that like the
Yeah,
ancient
that's
people
another
did.
That's
What?
another thing. The Egyptian connection to that area too. Like I've been hearing about
Yes.
that. That's crazy too. What's up with that?
I know there is. There's like it's really weird. So yeah, we're gonna we're
Wow.
starting this winter. And we're gonna do it in the winter
so
though.
fun.
When I was stationed at Fort Knox, Kentucky, I investigated a mound in Kentucky,
Okay.
and it had a lot of paranormal activity. People saw misty figures around the mound and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. They're all haunted.
Oh yeah.
They definitely are.
Some more than others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna warn everybody we're gonna be shutting down in about 33 seconds.
Okay.
Then we'll take that 10-minute break, smoke them if you got them,
Okay.
and I'll send out the second link.
Oh,
All right.
come
All right.
on.
Sounds good.
And we'll talk about those future predictions. I want to hear about that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
See you
Thanks.
guys in a bit.
All right. Bye.
And it's in those
Bye.
mounds too. Stacy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely, I want to hear more about the mounds.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Julie, I think Stacy and the Paranormal Soul Brother and Phil want to hear more about the mounds. And then we
Okay.
can talk about those future predictions.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. What is it you would like to hear about, like the mounds, or
Stacy, you were saying you wanted to hear
do
about
you
the
have
mounds.
questions or?
Oh, well, I was just wondering, I mean, how are people, if you know, because I know you guys are just now kind of getting into it, how are you guys differentiating between whether or not it's the giants or the Native Americans or both? Because I know the Native Americans are the ones that actually started beating the giants and killing them off. So, I mean, is there a way that maybe we don't know about?
No, that's what we're trying to discover. This is the first time I think that I know of has really ever been done at mounds and stuff, paranormal investigations and, checking it out, trying to get the story, what the spirits have to say. And that's what we're trying to do and see, what is there. We went to the Miamisburg Mound, which is near Dayton, Ohio, and it's the tallest mound east of the Mississippi River. It's like 800 feet tall.
Wow.
And it has its stairs that goes up to the top. And we got I have a app that can like translate for you, and it has says it has like over, I don't know, it's a ton of languages because you can download all the different languages.
Right.
And it came back, the EVP that we got, it was an unknown language whenever it went through the translator. So it wasn't able to translate it. And it was like really weird. Whatever it was, had almost like this, it wasn't like a human voice. It was really weird, but it was like a creature, is what it sounded like. I
Julie,
don't know. It was really weird. But I
Wow.
mean, I couldn't tell you what it was, but it was like an unknown language, and it was,
Julie, that's so funny. That happened to me because when I was stationed at Fort Knox, Kentucky, I went to Monk's Mound,
okay.
and we I one of the guys, he had this army recorder, and we were talking through it, and we got some gobbledygook, and
Yeah.
I wasn't even really a paranormal investigator, but I was always interested in the paranormal because I lived in a haunted house as a child. So
Okay. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. That's weird.
Yeah, it said something, and I'm just imitating what it said, but it was like something like dodo juju something. But it was like something just before the dodo, but it was like dodo juju. And it was
What's
really weird.
what's the history of that mound? They said Miami's Berg.
Yeah, Miamisburg Mound. It was the, oh shoot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the name is interesting to me, obviously, because the Miami, Florida, is named after the Miami River. That's also a Native American name. So Miami,
Yeah.
is there Miami, Ohio?
Yeah, and I think it's like the Hopewell Indians is what I was told. So there's a lot of Hopewell, and there's a lot of what are the ones that's over by where I used to live? Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I can't think of the names right now.
No, I'm just
There's
I'm curious because I lived in California. Sorry, Zandy. I lived in California for like 23 years, and everybody's heard of Calusa Casino, up there,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Well, the Calusa were also a tribe of Native Americans in northern Florida that were known fishermen, right? That were driven
okay,
out. And
yeah,
so the idea of, the tribes being isolated when you have names that are identical on opposite coasts or even as high as Ohio and the bottom of Florida where Miami's at. I don't. I guess some of the things we were taught, to think they were all isolated, maybe wasn't true. Maybe they're a lot more connected than we thought.
yeah, yeah. I think we even had like Adena here, the Adena Indians, and there's a few different types of tribes that we've had here in Ohio, but yeah.
Huh.
There's
So
so many
the,
Indian mounds around now. It's crazy. Like it's all over Ohio.
the Berg part of the name, though, does that just mean town, Miami town? I mean, is that like German thrown on the end of a Native American name, or
Miamisburg.
like,
Um,
what's the history with that plaque or something?
um,
Right?
I'm sorry, what?
It had to have had a plaque or something in front of it that gave a little
Oh,
bit of a
it
rundown, right?
did. Yeah, here, actually, if you want me to look real quick, I can. Um,
Just curious about it. It's interesting.
yeah.
Probably because it's big as an iceberg.
Right. Well, it sounds massive. There's a very small mound in right up the road here. I sent Paul and Zandine pictures of it not that long ago, and there were, I think, a couple. I mean, maybe 1,000 or more people buried underneath this very small mound. So I can only imagine what must be under something that you're
It's
describing. How they got those
800.
names.
Yeah. And they pulled out, I guess they excavated from the Miamisburg mound. It was a female that was like 8 feet tall. It
Yeah.
was like an 8 foot tall female. It was,
What that was the thing I was going to ask you about the mounds was two things. When you see on Skinwalker Ranch how deep when they drill, they're
yes.
finding stuff more in the ground, like some powerful sources, and then also what you just said about the last point you just made about the mount. Oh, the giants. The Indians when Lewis and Clark when they did part of the expedition, they ran into a race of Indian giants that might, in that part of the country, and they were like they said that the women were like 8 feet, but moved like a person they 5'3", like very agile, like it wasn't like a clumpy thing. And they verified about when they saw the
Wow.
burial grounds, you know, that other skeletons were, so it wasn't like a fluke thing, but it was Indians that, and so I was trying to see where, hey, the mounds might even mix it sometimes. Maybe it's, you know, and then about the red-haired giant, you know, they keep talking about the Kandahar giant, the one in Afghanistan that was red-haired. They keep saying that one was red-haired. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them are here too. Like they're all been like red-haired giants that have been like found. So yeah, I think the one that was in the Miamisburg Mound, I think that was a red-haired giant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But that's interesting. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Have you been to the Great Serpent Mound in Adams County, Ohio?
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was one investigator said that he went over there. He's my friend on Facebook, and he said that he had a feeling of dread when he was walking around the mound. Did you
Oh,
feel?
wow.
Did you feel?
Oh yeah. You definitely can feel like there's something protective there. There's something there that's protective over top of the mound. There's it. And my aunt used to live next door to the Miamisburg Mound. Like literally, it was in her backyard. You could step out the back door. There's a kids' playground. Like it's a park. So there's a kids' playground right in front of the mound, and that was in her backyard. So, and the mound
wow.
was literally, you know, in her backyard. And they would have stuff like come into their house and they would be haunted. And it was, she said it was like these shadow figures that would come through and it would sound like the doors are opening and closing and really heavy footsteps, she said. And yeah, and it would like go through and start in the upstairs, which was the side of the house that the mound was on, and in her bedroom. And it would come through the balcony door. The door would open and close and slam, and you could hear the footsteps, like real heavy footsteps, go through. And then each door it went through, it opened and slammed. And then you could hear it go down the stairs and then out the front door, and the alarm would go off. And then you'd hear the,
Oh no.
yeah. So it was unlocking the doors. Literally, like these doors were locked. They didn't keep their doors like unlocked.
Yeah.
And it would just come right through.
Wow.
Yeah. It was
I know how that
crazy.
is. So you definitely know there's a lot of things, whatever, buried there, because I used to live across the street from a cemetery, and I'd have stuff, you know, coming into my place all the time. Of course, you know,
Oh
you know
yeah.
how it is. Like
Yes. Yeah.
Paul and them were saying, they kind of gravitate towards you. I'm an empath as well. I don't know if you,
Okay. Yeah. I didn't
but
know.
yeah. So so
They
we get a
do.
lot
They
of,
definitely do. Like
yeah,
gravitate.
they like being around that. So
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to start this though. Like this,
that'd
we
be
haven't really
fun.
like investigated a whole lot. We did for like the documentary, and the film, the guy that was filming was very religious. That was like over top of the whole thing. His name's L.A. Mazzulli, and he didn't really like paranormal investigators. So
Okay.
yeah, he just had something against it, I guess. He didn't understand it, maybe more than anything.
Probably.
Like, you know, I'm born with this. I can't help what,
Yeah.
you know, I'm born with it. It was a gift that was given to me. And as far as I'm concerned, it was a gift from God.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, yeah. I forget where I was going, but
Oh,
sorry.
you're good, girl. Don't worry about it. So Paul's really wanting to hear about all this next, what's to come. Paul, you're muted.
Julie, yeah, yes, I
Yes.
would love to hear about your predictions of future events,
Okay, sure.
and talk about also too the ones that you were successful with.
Okay. Well, I have always kind of had a gift of like, and I can't make it happen. It's just something that happens. But I get like these overwhelming feelings of where I just know, it's like there's no doubt that this is going to happen. There's no doubt. Like and I've had like situations as I was growing up. I remember sitting in my bedroom and watching TV, and there was this news flash that came on, and it was um this woman, or this bridge that was like during rush hour traffic that had collapsed, and all these people went into the river, and it was like horrifying. And I remember seeing that, and then I remember telling everybody, "Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that?" Everybody's like, "No, no, I don't know what you're talking about." Nobody knew what I was talking about. I was like, "It was on the news." And then, like, literally, I thought I was seeing the news. It was like I was watching the TV, and then a news flash came on. And then the next day, it happened, and the news flash came on again. And I was like, what? I was like, that happened yesterday. I, that was my first time that I had that happen whenever I was probably like 10 years old. But and I couldn't even tell you what bridge it was, but I remember that happening and being like, and then I told my mom and dad, I was like, did you hear about the bridge? Like the next day, whenever the news flash came on again, So and they were like, yeah, they're like, I, and I was like, I was like, I can't believe I was like, I swear that happened yesterday. I saw it on the news yesterday. And I just never really put two and two together till I got a little older. And then I was like, oh my God. But I've had like instances like that. That was one of the first like visual instances that I got where like I actually saw like it was the weirdest thing. I was watching TV and it just popped up. But yeah, it was wild. But yeah, so I've also had like Donald Trump clear back when he was president before. I knew that he, like when he was being impeached at the time, I knew right then and there, like when the impeachment process was going through, that he was going to be back. No matter what, he's going to find a way to get back. And this was before, that it even went through. And I know he got out of it, obviously, but it was, yeah, I just knew. And I knew that things were going to be bad for a while. Like with I mean, I don't agree with how he is. Personally, I think you should love everybody. And I don't agree with the way he is with like, I don't know. I feel like he's racist. So, and
Did you see the Charlie Kirk assassination? Did you
yeah,
pick that up? Yeah.
no, but I did pick up the fact that Trump was possibly going to have assassination attempts on his life. And that was back during that same time period whenever the I don't know if you saw the video of my prediction video. Did you watch it?
Oh, no, I haven't. No.
Oh, it's on my page. It's at the top of my page. It's a video of me. It's the very first post when you come down on my page.
Okay.
But I'm talking about Trump and him becoming president again. And this was back in 2022 when I put this video up, I think it was. So this was a whole 2 years before he even like I knew he was going to become president. I knew that there was going to be assassination attempts. I knew I still, I feel, I don't even know if I should say this, but
Say it.
I really do feel like he's going to be assassinated still. Like I see something like this happening. Like I really feel like it's going to happen. And I, I'm not saying it because I don't like him. I'm saying it because that's exactly just what I feel and see. Like it has nothing to do with him as a person. But I also have seen, like, I don't know if you guys believe in UFOs and aliens.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Okay. Well, I've had experiences myself with those. I've seen things and um which I haven't totally gone into detail like publicly. I know I'm a supporter and but I haven't talked about things that have happened to me personally. And because I might as well say it, I was abducted when I was little a few times. And I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I have memories of going up in the ship, them coming to my bedroom, asking me if I wanted to go see what Earth looked like from space. And I was like, yeah, of course, I want to go. And I didn't know what they were. I was too young. I was like 7, 8 years old. And they were coming into my bedroom and the wall just opened up and we walked straight out from the wall. And then they took me up to the ship, took me up to space and was showing me what Earth looked like. And they're asking me if I had questions. And I was like, well, yeah. I was like, why did you choose me? Why me? And they're like, well, you'll know when you get older. But there's something special about you, is what they told me. And I'm like, okay. But, and then they ended up bringing me, or I blocked out after that. So I don't know if they were experimenting on me or what. But when they brought me back, the next thing I know is I'm in bed and I'm like having sleep paralysis and I cannot move, but my mind is awake and I'm thinking in my head, did I die? Did I die? Like, am I dead and I'm stuck in my body? What is going on? Because I couldn't open my eyes. I couldn't move, period. And it probably lasted for a few minutes and it was like really scary. And then after that first time that happened, it happened a few more times after that. And I've had experiences of UFOs like down in front of me, like a whole like flying saucer. And this was back when we just had flip phones and there wasn't even like pictures then, you couldn't even take pictures on those back then. So, and my daughters all saw it and it was wild. But
Do you have any marks? Do you have any marks on you? Did they ever leave any marks so that they visit your children as well?
honestly, I had, yeah, I actually did have something happen that was really weird. And it was during this same time frame.
Yeah.
I was in gymnastics when I was a little girl. And I fell on a balance beam and the balance beam was like 3 feet off the ground and my feet, like, I went down like that on the balance beam. So I hurt my spine and I was going to see a chiropractor. And I never wore jewelry or anything like that back then. I never wore anything like that. And I was probably like maybe 9, right around there. And I didn't even know jewelry, honestly. That's why I was like older. But I he was doing x-rays and I ended up having this x-ray of this circle in my chest. It looked like a washer. It was like looked like a CD, like a hole in the middle, like a washer.
Mhm.
And and it was on my it was in my chest, and he was like, "Do you have a necklace on?" I'm like, "No, why?" And he showed me, and he's like, we couldn't figure it out. Like, we never did anything about it. He never said anything else. Like, he just left it. It was really weird. And I just never, I was like, oh, I was a little girl, but as I got older, I was like, I know what that was. Because it eventually disappeared and it wasn't there anymore, like after that. So I don't know what happened to it, but it disappeared.
It
So
woke your intelligence up, though. Would you feel that, like seeing at an early age, carrying something like that? It seems like it wakes you up faster than most kids. So, like you probably.
oh yeah. Like, and I had nobody to talk to about it either, because my parents didn't believe. And so I would keep all this stuff to myself and I couldn't talk to anybody about it until I got older and I started coming out about it and I met other people that had similar experiences. And
Yeah.
so yeah.
Joey, have you ever heard of Brandon Dale Biggs?
Who?
Brandon Dale Biggs.
No. Yes. Is he the one? He's the one on Skinwalker Ranch, isn't he?
No, he's an Oklahoma pastor.
Okay.
He also too predicted that Trump will be assassinated.
Really?
So you're
So
right.
the Simpsons.
Yeah, you're right there with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Simpsons TV show, a lot of people don't realize this, but they predicted Trump's attempted assassination.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
The Simpsons predicts a lot too, though.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I have heard that. I've
Yeah.
never
What
watched
is that
the show,
about?
but-
What I mean, you keep hearing it, and it gets more an area like, is it an inside connection? Is it extrapolation? Is it a AI supercomputer? All the above.
Or
mixed
maybe the
together?
writer is a medium and like,
Yeah, it could be.
it's weird.
Yeah, that's
It
what
really
I'm
is.
thinking. I was like, can you write for The Simpsons? Because
I mean, who knows?
or they could be in tune to extraterrestrials, and extraterrestrials could be putting that in their mind. Yeah.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Literally, like it's so weird talking to you guys about this, but literally, like, because I've never really talked to anybody about it but Brent and a few like people, like my family, like my daughters, just my daughters. They know because they've seen things, but I can somehow communicate with the aliens with my mind, and literally I can make them like show themselves in the sky. Like I do it every night. I do it every night, and they always show up.
Zandy and myself, we actually have some psychics that are making the same claim as you.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And I have a doctor friend that works with genetics, and she works out of a genetics lab in New York City, and she is working on like RH negative blood. Have you guys heard of it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's usually they're thinking that it might be alien in origin at this New York genetics lab. And I'm RH negative. And I have a feeling there's a lot of RH negative people out there that are exactly like me. Like they're sensitive in different ways. They have special abilities that
there's definitely come to the. I'm sorry, Paul. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, there's definitely something to the RH negative. They've been saying that for years, and then also, some people, really can. They're just really open to it, and I mean, there's many different species out there. Who knows which one of those are more open or closed to communication, and so it's very believable. And I would think that in this day and time, people act like it's a new thing. I think they've been here before us, and will be
absolutely.
I mean, the thing about I'm sure like they talk about a religion, and they talk about who is indigenous, but I'm sure It's just a question of who the aliens contacted first, you know. So if
Yeah.
you want to talk about the pyramids or Göbekli Tepe, all these different monuments and different things. I mean, who cares? It's probably we might not even be native to this planet. Although they do say we had or Phil, you know about the gene interruption they said we had about 6,000 years ago, or that's different from the other human species that
Yeah.
were here. But I don't, I don't subscribe to that. But they're trying to explain it all kind of ways,
Yeah, they are. Yep.
And
But
they,
your
I've
connection
heard
with
all
them,
that too.
your connection with them probably, I mean, it's very believable. I mean, some people don't want to hear that. They go, oh, so you can bring them down, make them come right now. But it's not that type of thing. It's probably more spiritual with you as well.
It is very spiritual. Yeah, it is spiritual with me. Like I kind of meditate and I don't ever say it out loud. Like I just, I think it in my mind and try to put it out there.
Right.
and
Yeah.
they say that alien abductees usually have Rh negative blood, or they have green eyes.
Yeah. Well, I have blue eyes. So
Close enough.
Yep.
they're like a turquoise blue.
Yeah, I said close enough. Yeah.
So I'm leaving because mine are green sometimes. So
Stacy, do you have
Depends what I'm
missing
wearing.
time?
Yeah.
Do you have, Stacy, do you have missing time?
do I have what?
Do you have any missing time? You ever had any incidences
Yeah,
where
but
you
I
just
think that's because I used to drink a lot when I was younger. There was bonfire parties in the middle of a field, so
Yeah.
it could have
Oh, that
happened.
type. Oh, that type. That type. Okay. Now I gotta be more specific.
Yeah, no.
But another prediction I've made about aliens. I've made a ton of predictions about aliens too, and
Okay.
I believe everybody's gonna know about them by no later than 2030. But I think something within the next year is gonna happen. Like I feel like 2026, something's gonna happen that is gonna be, it's gonna be more known. And
Yay.
I know the government's already talked about it and admitted, yeah, there's UAPs and I think it's funny that they changed it from UFO to
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
what the heck is up with that?
UAP.
you have the Chinese that landed on the dark side of the moon. You have all these private organizations that they're thinking, hey, we need to go up there. Let's look at some of these things that look like artificial structures. And
Yes.
pretty soon,
Oh, forget that. Hey, Paul, did you just see the professor who released the footage? He's been working with NASA on all their other top programs. I think it's like a Nestor professor. He released footage of a being that they saw on the moon. I mean, this is new. Yeah, it's a being, and they said it looks more like a frog, but it's got height and it's got two legs. I mean, he says, hey, look, it's definitely not anything. They're not mistaken with anything. And this is like, mainstream news. And he released the footage. So if you put it in YouTube or a regular, just say footage released of, being on NASA released footage of being on moon. This professor, I believe it's a Nestor. I was looking up more stuff on him. There was a 28-minute video on that, and they showed the footage, but it's compelling.
They released that UAP video just recently.
The Hellfire one.
And the missile hit it.
Yes, the Hellfire missile. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it bounced off. Like it didn't
Like nothing.
It
Like nothing.
bounced off. Yeah. It's so
It's
crazy.
split like a banana. Like a banana peel.
Disclosure is coming close.
Oh, it really is. It
Yeah.
is. It's gonna be here soon. Yeah. You'll have to watch the video though. I have a video posted of like different predictions over the next like 4 years.
We have a psychic, okay, and I'm a witness to this. But I was driving along, and she was sitting in the passenger seat, and she goes, she was also too. She says that she was abducted as a child, and she goes, Paul, pull into this parking lot. Well, there was no cars there. I go, why? Just do it. So I did it. I parked there, and she goes, there's something in the sky. I'm looking, I don't see nothing. She takes a picture, and there's 3 disc-shaped UFOs in B formation. That photo went viral, and she did it again.
Wow.
Yeah, she did it again. And in Copperopolis, California, she goes, there's something in the sky. She takes a picture, and there's a freaking door in the sky. It's a doorway, a portal.
Wow.
Holy cow. Yeah.
Yeah, I've caught stuff on video. I've taken a few videos of different UFOs, and
Yeah,
I
you
do
are, yeah.
have, I'll have to send them to you guys, but I have them on my Facebook.
Oh yeah, my chapter is full of them. I mean, Joshua Tree, man. You can like if you're out there and you want to catch it and you're connected, you'll get it. I mean, that's what's beautiful. You get like stuff, but the problem is that you get the footage. I mean, we don't have NASA James Webb telescopes to like, to really get the high resolution AI photo. Because people want, how come that's so blurry? When listen, we saw it. We're trying to remember.
It's really hard to do a photo in the sky with your iPhone, even though your iPhone says it's like amazing.
Yeah.
I even have a
My
4K
sister-
video camera. It still doesn't get it real good. So.
Yeah, my sister got an iPhone that actually can zoom in all the way to the moon, and like zoom in really
Wow.
close to the moon. I was
It had to be
she spent
expensive.
oh yeah, she spent like
Well, I got one of those.
$2,000 on this thing.
Yeah, you know what? I got a super zoom. But even still, like I said, a lot of those craft, they have like a glow around them that's so intense.
Yeah.
It's not regular light that. Yeah, unless they put it, you catch it down. Like I have seen where it's not all the way there. Like some of the colors are dull and you can see the shapes. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean if you catch it at the right time, any phone or whatever, because we've seen good photos on all these mediums, but most times people complain that it's not like a world-class picture. And it's like, look, man, it came, and then you're asking yourself, what did I see? You start questioning it, but that's why you got somebody there,
Yeah. Yeah.
Bill, what do you think of all this?
It's you ever try taking a picture of a light bulb?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, 100%. Definitely.
That's what Paul doesn't want to see. He'll go, man, I don't want to see a little tiny dot. What is that, Sandy? Was that a little? So you have to have some lights and some appendages and some, bubbles at the top and some people riding in it.
Where it was like there was not a cloud in the sky that whole night, and you could I zoom in on it, and you could see it in the sky. You could see the clouds and everything, or not the clouds. I'm sorry, the trees and everything, like on the sides of it. But you could see this light coming down, and it starts. It comes down a little, and then it goes back up, and then it starts like going off to the side. It has like a flashing light on the side of it. Almost looks like an old-fashioned like submarine, like one of those round ones like you would see like from that submarine, like I forget the name of that song for that submarine song.
Yeah,
right.
Submarine.
Which one? We all live in a yellow submarine.
Yes, we all live in a yellow. Like yes, it looked just like that, but it was like all lit up, and it had like this little tail end that was like flashing. But it was like this big glowing orb in front of it. And then all of a sudden you see it go, and then it just slowly, like you can see it go into something, but that's like black. Like you don't see anything.
Oh, yeah.
So it just like slowly disappears.
We have,
it's like, you can see it go into something.
Julie,
we got 2 minutes.
We have 2 minutes. So tell people how they can contact you, where they can find you.
Okay. Okay. I am on Facebook, Julie Rannebarger Speer. And I have a bunch of videos on there. I'm also on TikTok, Julie Rannebarger Speer. Also on Instagram, also YouTube, Julie Speer Empath Medium on YouTube. And I guess that's about it. Yeah. I mean, you can find me on IMBD or BD. Julie Speer on there. So
you'll probably find you at a few mounds.
Yes, you probably can find me at a few mounds outside watching the skies.
That.
It was so fantastic to have you on the show. We really enjoyed listening to your stories. It was fantastic.
Well, thank
I
you.
want to say thank you for sharing stuff with us that you haven't shared with other people. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. I've been wanting to
Thank
come
you.
on about it. So,
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you are just thanks here for we do it.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. No problem.
And Julie,
Thank you.
we had this one psychic at a UFO hunt, and she says she parted the clouds in the sky. And I told her, I said, that was some damn wind.
We got it.
Oh my gosh. You gotta love the people that are like that. Like some of the quacks that we would do on our hunts, Paul, that
Yeah.
were like, oh, I feel this.